Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Over the last 2 days I've shown a couple of pictures on my blog and I've had questions about them, so today is a show and tell of those things. Okay, so the first one was I showed some pictures of this cute little haunted house. Isn't it to die for? If you hadn't seen, I've put them over on my blog so you can have a close look at all the little elements there. But one thing people were asking about was the pumpkins and how I'd done the pumpkins, because they're not in the set for Home Sweet Home. So if you want to know more about the Home Sweet Home houses and the special class that I'm running, look on my YouTube channel or go and look on my blog, and I've got a special video showing you a whole village worth of little houses and talking about a class that I'm going to be running. Okay, so obviously it goes without saying that our pumpkins are going to be made with pumpkin pie cardstock and ink. It just goes without saying. So I'm going ahead now and I'm cutting out. Now the size of pumpkins I want to go with this house, I'm using a 1/2 inch circle, but it depends what size of pumpkin you want to end up with. And I'm basically just taking off little kind of moon shape pieces. If I could put that up in front of the camera, might be easier actually to see on the white. Just little moon shaped pieces off the edge, and they're going to layer up. But before I layer them, I'm actually going to take a darker ink, the Tangerine Tango ink, and just go around the edges of both those and the little circles. And just to finish those little circles and make them slightly more pumpkin-like, I'm taking out a little piece out of the top. Actually, I'm pretty sure, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure I did that. I took the piece out of the top afterwards, and I'll show you why in a second. Otherwise I'm going to have to cut it 4 times instead of twice. I think my Tangerine Tango dauber, after 7 years, is starting to shed a little bit. I can see bits of Tangerine Tango all over the place here. Okay, so sorry about my messy grid paper. I'm sure you've seen more crafting mess than that before. Okay, so I'm going to put a little dot of Tombow. A little dot, please, Tombow. Sometimes if you've left it for a few minutes, it actually seals over to stop it drying out. And if you just pull the little excess bit off the end, it does make it a lot easier. So popping that on, yeah, you see I've covered over where I cut out that little piece. So I know this is huge, isn't it, for you to look at, but I'm just putting a little cut just into the top. Can you see that? If I put that on white, it might be easier there. Can you see I've just taken a little cut out? Nothing technical, just a little cut out of the top. And same on this one, just a little piece out of the top to make them not quite straight. Now I'm going to show you 2 different pumpkins depending on whether you're doing this a bit 3D or not. So if you want them to be just a flat piece, then I am using the Sprinkles Punch. I'm making a little piece like this, and then what I'm doing is taking the my smallest hand punch and making a little hole in the bit where it curls round. When I get this off the hand punch, I will show you what I mean. Come to me. Can you see now? I've made a little hole in it, and that makes a really nice little 3D, little 2D pumpkin piece. So a little bit of glue on the back there, putting that in like that, and you'll see that makes a little 2D pumpkin. Isn't that sweet? So that's number one. Number two way of doing this is to actually have some 3D curls going on, and all I'm going to do is use my scissors and pull that along to just break some of the fibres on the inside of the little piece. Now this is about 1/8 of an inch strip of cardstock, and then I'm winding that around. You could use a cocktail stick. This is a skewer out of, well, was once out of my kitchen, but you can see it's been used for stirring ink and all sorts of things. I did just a little skewer, and that will give you a little 3D curl, which you can then pop on the back of your pumpkin. And that's just, then we would pop that up on, let's pop that up on a dimensional, and then we've got a bit more of a 3D pumpkin. So little mini pumpkins, number one, show and tell. Number two, show and tell. Another question I got was, I showed a picture of these little boxes, also made with the house dye, and people were asking, because we can open them up as well, so I've just used these little clips. Now, these are in the catalogue, they are the gold binder clips. So that was the first question, is where are the clips? They're in the big catalogue. The second question was, all the little images that are on there, where did I get them from? Well, I got them all from the designer paper. Now this is the candy cane designer paper, and as you can see with the little mittens, I've just cut those out. The stars, the little gingerbread men, I've cut all of those out from that sheet. But you'll see as we go through the season, I've also got projects where I've cut out the little houses and even punched out the little circles and things. Those can be really pretty. I think I've got some of those on some of the boxes that I posted this week on my blog. So there's lots and lots in this gorgeous paper. And let me just see if I can flip it. Whoa! So you can see. So the other side is a bit less busy and sort of a bit more plain, but all the papers in here are just super gorgeous. They're crumb cake, white and real red. Lovely colour combination, and a bit of early espresso as well. So just beautiful Christmas colours. So that's the answer to the question. That's where those pieces came from, and they were fussy cut. The little star is actually a star framelit. I've just suddenly realised there's something else in there. We've got the star framelits. Look on my blog, Elizabeth's Craft Room, for the starlight thinlits. Look down the left hand side if you go to Elizabeth's Craft Room, starlight thinlits, and you'll see a project done with a great big star from there, but they also have little tiny weeny stars. Okay, so there you go, a little bit of show and tell from Elizabeth's Craft Room. For a closer look at these, as I say, go to the blog and you'll be able to find all the pictures that I posted. Thanks for visiting today, and I look forward to welcoming you back soon.